Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Josh. Josh is from Louisiana in USA. Let's see what Josh has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello Josh.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
How are you, buddy? I'm good.
Very well. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Josh, so before we start the game, just tell me, and what do you do for a living?
I am a sales coordinator at a hotel, and I'm also an actor.
Amazing. What's the most interesting thing about your both jobs?
Well, as an actor, as you know, that can be challenging because you can get a script at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You get off work, you go and rehearse it, get it done, get it filmed for an audition, and send it out, and then you just wait. I think with acting, the most interesting thing is just waiting, and you do it, you enjoy it, and then you move on. And with sales, I love it just because I get to work with a really great team. I love my hotel, and it's always exciting because you get to see who groups and things like that. You never know who's going to be there. Like you could have Red Bull one day, and the next day you could have the 5-year-old cheerleading squad.
Right, Josh. So welcome to William and the Magic Box. Ready for it?
Okay. Yeah, of course. Let's do this.
I hope you like it. Let's do it. Let's start the first question. Ready?
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, Josh. How do you think you die, or how would you like to die if you could choose?
I think I'm gonna die of Alzheimer's. It runs in my family, and I'm 41 years old, and I already have the feeling of memory kind of fading. Like I forget things that I'm thinking about, or you know, something like I can even forget about something that I'm about to do in the next like 5 minutes. So I that's one of my fears, of course.
Of course.
How I would like to die is just to fall asleep and not wake back up.
I wish that as well. I think it would be the best. It's the best imagine, just go to sleep and that's it. No pain, nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Right, Josh, let's go for the second question. Let's do it. Let's get the second question.
Okay.
What was your favorite thing to do as a kid?
My favorite thing to do as a kid, I loved singing when I was a kid, and I joined a chorus, and it was called the Tyler Children's Chorale, and we would go around and sing at various places. And one thing that we did was we would go sing in nursing homes. Now we get to meet a lot of like elderly people who, you know, family has forgotten about them, or that just doesn't come see them that often and stuff. And I made some really cool, interesting friends that way. I adopted them and made them my grandmother because my grandmother died early. So I really enjoyed doing that. And then I took singing and made that a profession as I went older in musical theater and things like that.
Right, let's get another question then. Let's get another question. Let's do it. So the next question is, how would you describe a perfect friendship?
It's someone that is willing to listen to you as well as let you vent. Someone that's just there for you. Doesn't matter. Fair weatheredness, you know, that doesn't exist. I think the way I describe her friendship is like, for example, my best friend Lizzie, who passed away last year. She, no matter what, even if we hadn't talked for like a week or two, we could pick back up the phone and just gab for hours. And we loved each other. I mean, she would call me at like 11 o'clock in the middle of the night and be like, my computer's broken, Joshy, can you help me? I would try to help her over the phone, and if not, then I would go to her. Like a friend is just there for you when you need them the most.
Absolutely. I'll tell you.
And vice versa. You're there for them when they need you the most.
Josh, let's go for the next question. Are you enjoying so far? You relaxed?
I am. It's fun. Yeah, it makes you think.
Good. Let's go for another one. Let's do it. Right. Let's get the next question, Josh. Let's get. Are you a cat or a dog person? And if you could be an animal, which one would be?
So I'm technically a dog person, but I love cats too. Cats don't love me. I'm highly allergic to them.
Ooh.
So I do have a feral cat that adopted us recently, but she stays outside and everything. But I love all animals pretty much. And actually all animals love me too. I haven't met an animal that's hated me. Even snakes, which I can't stand, that are reptiles, even they love me. And I'm like, no,
Lord.
I need you to go far away. If I were to be an animal, I would probably be a fox.
Why is that?
Because they're cute and cuddly and mischievous as hell.
Wow. Oh, that's a good one. Right, let's get another question. Let's do it, Josh. Next question, Josh. Next question. Which book had a big influence on you?
Oh, The Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss.
Tell me about it. Why?
It's a book that's about moving forward in life and the trials and tribulations that you'll have. But it's done in Dr. Seuss rhyme, of course. And one of my favorite lines in the book is, it's a quote, it says, will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. And as an actor, I use that as a life quote, basically, because it was like I would get somewhere and then it wouldn't go, you know, like I was up for some really big things and then I didn't get them, and I just had to remember, well, it's only 98 3/4% guaranteed that I will. And so and then it talks about, you know, that you'll get mixed up with the wrong kind of people, and you know, you have to find your way away from that. It's just a really great book on that. Plus, I love Dr. Seuss. Jim Henson and Dr. Seuss are two of my favorite childhood favorites.
Right.
So yeah, that's probably a book that will always matter something to me.
Great. Let's get another question, Josh. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Next question. Josh, what's the biggest difference? Oh, sorry, the good one. What's the biggest difference between you and your partner?
Oh, what is the biggest difference between me and Ren? I guess he's very motivated and he's really driven.
Okay.
I'm not as driven and motivated as I used to be.
Right.
And he's a hard worker. I'm not a hard worker. I'm extremely lazy.
And what's the most similarity between both?
We're both smart asses.
Next question. Let's do it.
Move it on.
Next question for Josh. Let's do it. What do you think are the best traits for a person to have?
Kindness, empathy. I guess those are kind of the same thing. Creativity and comedy.
Good. Yeah. Next question. Ready?
Come on.
Let's do it. Right, Josh. Next question. What is the strangest gift have you ever received?
Dildo.
Oh! I was expecting this answer.
And the reason it was the strangest gift I ever received is because it was my, my 21st birthday.
Oh my Lord.
And it was my straight boss at work that gave it to me.
Oh my God. Were you embarrassed at the time?
I was so embarrassed, and I was just like, James, what am I supposed to do with this? And everybody in the room just laughed.
Oh my God. For your boss? My God. What's a boss?
From my boss. I'm sitting here thinking, oh, this is going to be great. I open it up in front of everybody, and I'm like,
my Lord.
It was just a big black dildo, and it was huge. And it was just like...
Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Have you ever received another one like that, like through your life? Another dildo, like for your birthday or not?
Not for my birthday. But I have received more before. And a Billy doll. Do you remember Billy dolls?
No, what's that?
Billy Doll is an autonomous. I can never pronounce that word. Autonomic, animatically, whatever.
Okay.
It's a doll that has the
Oh, I
package in it.
see. I see. I got it. I know which one. Okay, I got it.
It's like a big Ken doll that has an anatomically. I can never pronounce that word right. Package. So I got a Latino one that was uncut with tattoos all over it.
Oh my lord! You have very good friends around you, boss. As well.
I have weird friends.
Very creative. Very creative. Let's get another question, Josh. Let's do it. Right, Josh. Next question. What keeps you up at night?
The world.
Tell me about it.
Well, I mean, so I'm an empath, and the news is very, very depressing right now. And I guess with social media becoming so popular, you can see everything and watch everything. And people feel the need to share really disturbing videos and sad videos of Karens and people who just want to fight everything and make everything political. And then, of course, you know, I'm on unemployment right now because I've been furloughed, and then we had to fight with that issue. Thankfully, I'm okay. But, you know, there are people who aren't, and I feel for them. And I just feel for everybody. And it just breaks my heart about all this stuff that's going on. And yeah, so I take a sleeping pill so I don't have to think about it.
Next question. Ready?
Alrighty.
Let's do it. Hi, Josh. Next question. Tell us a funny story or a moment that happened to you at school when you were a child.
So I was part of a children's theater, and I was playing a character, Ratty, in The Wind in the Willows. And it was a Sunday afternoon matinee, and we were performing and stuff like that. And one of the characters stepped on my tail, and it came off because it was only clipped. And I, of course, just went with it. I started being like, "Oh, you ripped my tail off! How could you do that? I'm not a chameleon. I can't grow another one. Oh my god!" And then Toad, which was Angie, she started hitting me with it like a sword, and I'm like, "It's not a sword. It is a body appendage." And the audience just like rolled on the floor, and it was a fun moment because the play is goofy anyway. And I could have just like been like, you know, left it alone, but I just went with it, and we just had a good old time. We had like a good 15-minute improv with her ripping my tail off. Yeah.
Right, I've got 3 questions left for you, okay? Let's do it.
Okay, sure.
Let's do it. Next question, let's do it.
Do it.
Who do you test the most on your daily basis?
My boyfriend, probably.
And
Dude,
besides
it's actually funny because we see each other all the time, but we text each other consistently and all the time.
2 questions left. Let's do it.
My mom.
Next question, Josh. What would be the title of your memoir?
From Dust to Dreams, a Texan story.
Good one. Why?
Always struggled as growing up, and so I grew up in a small Texas town, and as a gay man, it was a struggle for me, and I didn't want to be there. I didn't believe in the beliefs that a lot of people in the town believed. I saw the world a much different way, so I left and I moved to New York, and I struggled in New York, and then moved to Los Angeles, and I struggled there. And I almost died, and then I had to rebuild my life, and then I moved to New Orleans, and I met Ren, and he's my end game, and so he's my dream, as well as, you know, pursuing acting and making that happen. At the end of the day, if anything were to happen to me, I would say that I'm living my dream because I finally found the love of my life.
Wow. Last question, Josh. Are you ready?
Last question.
Last question. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Bring it on. Bring that magic box out.
next question, Josh. Very good one. If you could sit down with your 13 years old self, what would you say?
I would say, listen, kiddo, you're gonna do great things. Those kids that are bullying you and being mean to you are gonna matter to nothing. As a matter of fact, at your 20-year reunion, you're gonna be the most successful person there. You know, and you're gonna be on Jay Leno, and you're gonna have opportunities that people are never gonna have, and you're gonna love your life. And yeah, there's gonna be hard times, and there's gonna be some really, really bad stuff that happens, but you're gonna get through it, and you're gonna survive. And at the end of the day, that's the most important. But the most important thing is that you're gonna love throughout all of that, and you're not gonna ever let anything tear that away from you.
Amazing, amazing. I love that. Very good, Josh. Josh, not the end yet, okay? So what am I going to do now? I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me the first things that come to your mind, okay? Quick thinking.
Okay.
Let's start with family.
Mother.
Love.
Family.
Okay. Money.
Evil.
Sex.
Overrated.
Politics.
Evil.
Religion.
Evil.
Fear.
Truthful.
Friendship.
Friendship is amazing. Blessed
Desire.
to have.
Good. Desire.
Tacos.
Regrets.
Don't have.
A wish.
Bring my father back.
Oh, right. So as you mentioned about your father now, let's pretend that I would meet your father in the past, and I would ask him, tell me the most beautiful thing about Josh and tell me something that he needs to improve on. What do you think he'll tell me?
He would probably say the most beautiful thing about me is my quirkiness. And the thing that he needs to improve on is not caring what people think about him.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. Right, so now let's play now. Josh and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question, okay? But hey, Josh, you can ask me a question now.
Okay, Mr. William.
Tell me.
What is your favorite childhood memory?
Wow, very good question, actually. Okay, I would say my first day at school when I was 5. I think it's when I tell you I can even like remember the details. It was like wow, one of the biggest day in my life. So yeah, I would say my first day at school. Josh, it's been a pleasure. My God, such an amazing person. You're very cheerful, very full of energy as well. I think you have a lot of memories, and I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed as well as much as I did.
I did. It was a blast.
But just before you go, Josh, I'm gonna ask you to share a positive quote or a positive phrase that inspires you in life, if you don't mind.
Well, okay, so I want to do two things.
Sure.
I want to quote my favorite quote. It's also a Dr. Seuss quote. It's why fit in when you were born to stand out?
Wow.
Why fit in when you were born to stand out? That quote got me through so much because I hated the fact, because I'm tall and skinny, and I hated the fact that I was gay and tall and skinny and I couldn't put on weight. And I was always judged by everything. Like people would look at me and be like, "Oh, is he anorexic? Oh, is he on drugs? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Does he have AIDS?" Like that was always people's mental process. So that was the part of where my dad would say, "Don't care what people think about you." I didn't stop caring what people thought about me until I was 35, until I met Ren actually, and he made me realize that I put so much weight in what other people think that at the end of the day, that weighs heavy on you, especially as an empath. You can't really care about that. At the end of the day, it's just you. So you're special. That's a reason why you were born the way you are. So don't try to fit in. Just be special because you're standing out.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing I want to say is, like I said earlier, at 35, I almost died, and well, 34. And at that point, I realized, and that's why I am the way I am. Life is way too short for grudges and anger and hate, it really is shorter than you think. And before you know it, your life could be over. And the question is will you love the legacy that you leave behind?
Amazing. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Josh,
It does.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with me. Okay?
Totally.
All the best to you. Okay? Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Did you have a nice time? Enjoyed the interview? William and the Magic Box. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, William and the Magic Box. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, just visit our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com. Give a like, share the video, and see you tomorrow with another lovely interview. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.